Hello traders and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. We're looking at a daily chart of the Dow Jones 30 stocks. I want to show you what we talked about this morning in our post, and that is just how we are just in this big sort of trading range, and you can measure here or you can do a little smaller one right here. But the reality is we're in a trading range, and of course the big day down on Friday, which is right here, which is a huge day, has largely been boom, taken away on today's rally. So the key thing is, again, these are the resistance zones right here. We need to get over this level if the market's going to go higher, because right now we're just bouncing up and down and really going nowhere. So let's move on. Now on the NASDAQ, it's a little bit of a different picture. It's still in a trading range. We'll just draw that quickly for you to show you what we're looking at. So if you just look at these sort of areas here, and we can pull this down a little bit further, but that's a trading range, and we need to get out of that. But the big thing today in NASDAQ, in my mind, is the fact that we have really taken out the high of the Friday decline, which is down here. So we've taken that out, so it's negated this whole thing. This is a very important level to look at now, and we'll see how that holds up. But generally speaking, we need to get the market over this area. So we break out over this area, then we're going to see a lot more activity on the upside, but it needs to break out over those highs. Next market is the S&P cash, which we talked about, the S&P 500 cash. We talked about that in our blog posting, and here's what we looked at, the trading range, just very, very simple. But here, again, we had the big down day on Friday, and that's been largely negated with today's action. There's the down day, and today's action is right here. So I would say if we close out of this range over here, then we're off to the races on the upside. And if we close down here, it's on the other side. But right now, it's really just, that's what it's doing right now. Not much going on otherwise. Spot gold is beginning to flatten out. Again, this is creating a trading range scenario, and we've just been chopped down a little bit with that. But you can see there's the range. It sort of needs to get out of that range. I think it's going to be on the upside. If we look at our trade triangles, we still have a weekly trade triangle in place, and that's right here. You can see that's in place, and it would be indicating that we need to get over the 1220 level to really see this market move high. It could be Greece that does this. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, but we did get a daily interim exit today on gold. The euro dollar sort of is hanging around there, really not doing anything dramatic. You can see how it's had this sort of move up, the pivot point, and came down, we're up, came down out. We went through the pivot point right here, so we got down to a target zone, which is this sort of potential double bottom here. Again, if we start seeing this market go over here, and who knows, if Greece leaves the euro, this may be a very positive thing for the euro. It may make it stronger. We'll have to see. No one knows right now what's going to happen, but we are in this large sort of trading range again in this area. You can see this is pretty much there. We were trapped here since March of 15th. We've sort of been trapped in this broad trading range for the last month or so. So let's move on. Now crude oil, again, this is a positive market. All of our trade triangles, with the exception of the daily, are green, indicating this trend is up. I think we'll see this market potentially go higher, but again, we scope this out just a little bit further. You can see how it's had this. Again, we made the turn. We had the double bottom, which was right here. You can see how it actually tested it a couple of times right here, again right here, and here. So 3 times it's tried to go through there, hasn't gone through, and you can see if we draw a line just across here roughly, just to give you an idea, but it has broken over this. So the line of least resistance in our mind is on the upside, and I think we could very easily see this market go maybe another $10 from these levels, 65, maybe 67 maybe. So I would think that would be a normal target zone. So here we are, 85. The trend is up. The monthly and the weekly are in accordance. All we need to do is get the daily back into sync, and then we're off to the races. Now here's the stock. Here's the stock I promised you. It's Eastman Chemical. Gave a signal. We'll put the monthly in. You can see the signal came on Friday when the market was generally down dramatically. This gave a signal that it wanted to go higher. So again, this is the scenario we see. We can go further. I want to scope this out. Go to a line chart right here. Click once, and we'll do max. And I'm going to take all these triangles off, and I'm just going to draw a very simple trend line, which I think is a powerful way to look at these things. And you can see how it hit on all 3 cylinders, and that's the important thing to look at. We found, starting from here, we hit here, here, and it also bounced from the trend line here. This is a very important trend line. If it goes through here on the downside, that's another story. But right now it's finding support. We do have a monthly. Now here's what I would do if I was trading this market, and I'm going to share this with you. So I'm going to get closer in. So I need to go to my plus sign here, getting quite a ways. There we go. Now if we close down here, just put the cursor over here, and we see the close there was 76.28. It's 75.69. So a close that was 76.30 in my mind would create a pivot point and a double bottom. So here would be the potential of a double bottom right here and here. This would be the pivot point, and if we were to move over this level, we could simply count from the 68 level all the way up to this level right here, which is 76. That's a total of $8. So that would take us up to 84. That would be the target zone. So we want to make sure the market clears over this, closes over that line, and that confirms this formation, indicating the trend is higher. Hey, I'm Adam Hewis, and I hope you enjoyed this quick update on the markets. Lots going on. I think there'll be some great opportunities in this month and next month as well. So stay tuned. Have a great trading day. Ask about any market and get an answer. Only for members and only from marketclub.com.